Okay, so we've got the new designs and we've got the new colors, which I'm crazy about. What do you like most about the new designs?
Oh, I am so excited that, you know, when I start working on the layout, if I don't have time to finish, I can just stop and it's over. I mean, it can stay on my desk and nothing's going to happen to it while it's there because the cat is on the desk all the time. So it's great. And when I come back, I don't have to spend 20 minutes trying to figure out what it was I was doing. You know, I just flip it up and I'm ready to go again.
Mm-hmm. That helps when AJ thinks he has better ideas than I do. Rearranging everything.
Out of sight, out of mind?
Yes.
How old is AJ now?
He's 4.
Well, of course he's got better ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
He likes the way the pictures, when he puts them.
Oh, very good. Well, I bet you'll get to use it a lot.
I still, you know, early on when we were coming up with this whole idea and traveling from Myrtle Beach and the whole point behind it, I still like the idea that I can get up and go. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for instance, I've got my layout in place and it's secured, which is what this does. And if you guys call me up and say, let's meet at the coffee shop, which is our second home, let's meet at the coffee shop, I can literally close this up and go to the coffee shop and can finish the layout. Yeah. Whereas any other kind of, you know, workstation that I have, I can't close it up and take it with me. It's kind of the go part that I like. And then even when I'm traveling, so if I'm flying to Philadelphia or to DC and want to finish a page, I can take this with me and that design is in place and I can finish it, you know, while I'm ordering room service and hanging out. Don't tell anybody else.
And it looks so cool. I bet you get comments in the airport.
Yeah, everybody loves it. It does draw attention because you don't see anything else like it in suede and in color, and people are surprised that it's actually a scrapbooking product.
Yeah.
So then it gives me a chance to talk about it. So so when you're talking to like some of the neighbors and you're telling them about the television show, what do they say about this? Or how do you describe it?
Well, and I've got to do this a lot with JA lately. This is what got my 7th graders, you know, they were sitting there like, ugh. And I was like, the reason we have to know about international travel is because things like this. I mean, you know, and I talked to them about China and where ours are being made and stuff like that, and it really perked them up, which was great. But, you know, it's people who don't scrapbook don't understand, so you have to kind of give them that little background, which is great. But the idea that, you know, when you work on a page, you're really creating a piece of art, and you're starting and stopping, and you know, you might fiddle with the design a good bit, and you can't always just do that like that. So it's really nice to, you know, start and stop as you need. If it's time to make dinner, you don't have to rush it together. You can just let it happen naturally instead and just close it up and you're set.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate, and then you play devil's advocate with me. So let's say I've been scrapping for years now, and I've kind of figured out my own way of holding my designs in place, even with the cookie sheet, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
So how is this different from a cookie sheet or something else that I have at home where I've used forever?
Well, you know, we researched, as you remember, I mean, some of the other ways that people did it, and this is so much more efficient and safe. I mean, that's the other thing. All right, real story said, and embarrassed to say this, but I actually scrapbooked 2003 Christmas twice because my little system didn't quite work and the pictures got mixed up. I was working on it and I went through, and one's labeled 2003, 2004, it's the same exact pictures. I mean, I don't care what your system is, if you're working on a bunch of different scrapbooks, at some point you're likely to get confused and kind of forget where you left off. And I don't know how many crops and stuff I've gone to. It takes me 20 minutes to figure out what I was doing. And this, boom, I pick it up and I'm ready to go.
And most of us,
it doesn't interrupt that flow.
And most of us are doing more than one book at a time. I know you've done books for your cars and then books for the kids too. So,
what do you think about people who don't go to crops? You think they could use this?
Well, oh yeah, because I got it on my dining room table and they're hungry. You know, I want dinner now. Lay it all out. You know, I got to stop and make dinner. Like I said, AJ comes in on the dining room table and says, oh, look, that looks fun. Let me cut this one. Let me cut that one. Let me see what this cutter does.
But he's your baby, so you got to love him, right?
That's right.
And I agree with that too, just to sort of tag on to it, because even though we have dedicated sort of scrap space in our room or in our offices, not everybody has that dedicated space. So you've got to use the kitchen table or the dining room table or the laundry room, whatever you're using, it's still a space that you use for other purposes. And at some point you've got to pick up what you have laid out and move it somewhere else. And any other workspace surface, you wouldn't be able to pick it up, you know, and sort of move it and then come back to it. So.
And even if you don't go to the big crops, I mean, It's like when you want to go crop with a friend.
Right.
You know, it's like you're saying, spur of the moment, take it and go with you. Or, you know, I've done things like at Taekwondo practice where you're there for an hour and a half and you can take it and at least work on that one layout.
Right. Yeah.
And then like we went to one at that one church, and the tables were all kind of funky and uneven and dirty, and I was afraid to put my pictures down.
It's true, and it was bumpy, and like if you were starting to write on it, I agree. It's so much safer, I think, for your layouts when you're working on them.
So what about the colors? What's your favorite color? I think we're up to 4 colors now. What's your favorite color?
Hot pink.
The hot pink?
Oh, yeah.
Is it kind of a fuchsia kind of hot pink?
I like it a lot.
What's your favorite?
I would probably have to say either the green or the southern clay.
I like the blue.
That's Haley's favorite.
Yeah, I like the blue, but I'm kind of leaning more towards that green. I didn't think I would like apple green at first, but now that I've seen it, it's nice.
Oh, but the brown's so stylish too.
It is.
I mean,
yeah.
you know.
I'm glad there's more than one color.
Yep.
And it's not just black, because most of the scrapbooking bags and materials that you see are all black, and at least the original ones were. There's some more colors coming out that we saw in Las Vegas, but the original ones are just primarily black. So the fact that we've got some colors, that your hot pink that pops.
I love it.
I love it too.